Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have our first look at the new budget dolls in real life, and we're also going to pose the question, is it budget or is it just cheap? So stay tuned and let's get into it. First things first, thanks to @JessRael for sharing these pictures, and thanks to @Sam in the real life for actually finding Clawdeen and Frankie in Mexico and at Juguete PeachY on Instagram. So that's like a toy store chain like Smith's Toys, but like in Mexico. Okay, Clawdeen. Well, she looks like Clawdeen. It's a slim box. It's not much to look at, and it's just like the first wave of budget dolls. Just this time around, it's less stuff and it's less interesting looking. The artwork, and the back. Every character is in the spotlight for what character you're buying. So Clawdeen here is in the middle, and there's not much in the bio. It just says monster type, she's a werewolf, and then her pet Crescent. So that's cute. And I saw some people say that perhaps her makeup was different. She had like a different makeup look, and surprisingly, actually, a lot of people think this Clawdeen looks better than the core release. And yeah, I see it. It's the hair. It just looks really nice. The top bun is not there. I don't know why they ever thought that was a good hairstyle for Clawdeen. In her core release, out of every line they could have given her a top bun, they had to do it in a core release. Why, Mattel? I definitely agree the hair looks better here. The face up looks good. Again, I don't think it's a new makeup look. I don't think so, because it just looks very basic. It's just like some basic eyeshadow and just some purple lipstick. It's very simple stuff. Now her hair is propylene, or the hair type that the Ultimate Secrets Clawdeen hair has. I don't know if it's the same hair. I think it's different, this one. So she has some nice waves, a side parting. I think just looks better on her. I don't know. Again, I just think the side part looks good, and the top bun on the core release just kind of doesn't. I don't know. I mean, that just, to me, my preference is the side part. I think that looks better. And her outfit is simple. It's simple. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it's cute. It's a cute two-piece, and I think it's cute and it looks good. The purse, very simple. It's a new mold, so we gotta take what we can get, right? At least it's a new mold, and it's not painted, but it's a new mold. And the shoes are also new, and we have some teensy bits of painted on detail, and that's Clawdeen. I like her. I think she's cute. Just really depends on the pricing here, because if she costs like 15, I don't know if she's worth $15 in the US, because the first wave of budget dolls cost 15, but they also had more accessories and they also had more layers in their outfits. These are really budget. These are like economy level of budget. These are like very budget friendly, so I would hope they cost like 10, maybe 12. Not too much, not any higher, please. Next up, we have Frankie Stein. Just like Clawdeen's box, Frankie's is the same in shape, the same in artwork style, which I do hope that they are using the new artwork style from Dark on Instagram for the future releases of this year, and that they just kept the old art style for this release, because it was probably already finished by the end of last year. So let's hope so. Frankie is in the box. They look great, and honestly, it's a very simple look. I wish the hair was different. I wish they had a better and more interesting hairstyle. it's just a hair, it's just straight hair. And I get it. Frankie doesn't really have curls. They always have straight hair. They've always had straight hair in the past G1, but I want it to be exciting. Couldn't they have given Frankie like a ponytail, or like a side part, some bangs, maybe an updo, like the little bump in the front, like G1? That would have been iconic. That would have made this outfit way more bearable and way more interesting. But no, it's just a side part, and it just has the same blue strands and the black. Even if it just had some more interesting proportions of hair, like more black maybe, and some strands of white. I don't know, just like it really is so lazy, and especially because the makeup and everything else is the same. This Frankie is probably exchangeable with like the core release, so it's yeah. And first wave budget Frankie also has straight hair and a very basically the same hairstyle. So the only Frankie that has had a different hairstyle is, oh well, Ghoul Spirit. That was a very interesting hairstyle. And then Ultimate Secrets, they had a middle part. So that was, again, that's what I'm talking about. We need more variety. We need more variety, please. And then the accessory that Frankie comes with is a pair of earrings. Very simple. And the purse. The purse is just lightning bolt shaped, new mold. The shoes also new mold. And the dress, I'm not sure if it's like a one piece with the shirt. It kind of looks like it might be separate, but like maybe I'm just starting to make up things in my mind and start to make believe because I'm just so bored of the outfit. Yeah, it's a boring outfit. It's just a simple pattern, and it might be two pieces. It might not be. It's a very simple piece. And the shoes also cute. Some painted details, nothing too jazzy. And that's it. That's Frankie Stein, everyone. Yay. I can't clap. I'm holding my phone, but just imagine I'm clapping very sarcastically right now. And here we have in real life pictures of Draculaura, and she was found by Ethan Sandwich on Instagram. And also the pictures got shared first by @JazzRoyale. So thanks to both of them for sharing. And so here's Draculaura. She's everyone's favorite and still is. I think she's cute. The headband is simple. That's her accessory, by the way. And then her purse, I think I like her purse the most. I think that's probably my highlight piece for her. Her purse, the little lip purse. And it kind of reminds me of the Bratz telephone that's also shaped like a mouth, like those lips. Ooh, so juicy. I love it. Isn't that like a real telephone that got released? It's so vintage. I definitely want to find it one day and just like have it on display. Just like how iconic would that be to have a Bratz lips telephone? Girl, I can't. Anyway, what am I? Whoa. Moving on. So Draculaura. Oh, sweetie. She's okay. She's cute. She has some dark lipstick on. That's like the only thing about her that makes her different in any way, shape, or form. And her hairstyle, it's like a side part. It's straight. It's just straight. It's so ridiculously boring and basic, and I get it. These are budget dolls, and if they do cost 10, then you know what? Fine. You're getting your money's worth. But they could have changed up the faces. They could have given more interesting makeup looks. I don't think that costs that much more money. And if that takes away the purse, you know what? Yes, please. I would exchange the purse or the accessory for a more interesting hairstyle and or makeup or expression, because I feel like that would just make these dolls much more interesting to look at. And honestly, yeah, because the purse is an accessory, and if you're a collector, an adult collector, you might just lose the pieces more easily. The expression, however, is something on the face, that's like part of the actual main doll. It's like, so you can't take that away from her. The piece, the accessory, you can just kind of lose, if you're not careful. So I don't know, but the dress is okay. The frills are okay. I could do without the frills, honestly. Maybe if the frills were like around the sleeves, or maybe if it were like an off the shoulder situation, and the frills would be like right there, to like frills like across the shoulder. I feel like that would be more interesting. And then her shoes are really cute. And yeah, the box, simple. Artwork, simple. Back of the box, simple. Everything's very simple and minimalistic. So that's Draculaura. And also interesting that she still has like the how do you call them? She has like a very specific rooting pattern. Like it's very pointy at the front. Widow's peak, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So she has a widow's peak. It's very prominent, or maybe just with this rooting, but you can tell there's like a pointy, like it's like there's like a pointy point in the middle, and then it kind of goes back, kind of a little bit. So that's interesting. Maybe it's because she was supposed to have bangs at one point. Okay, now let's talk about whether it's budget or just cheap. I first saw this post by at palooza.doll on Instagram comparing this Draculaura doll to an old Barbie fashionista doll. And you guys, it's the same dress. It's the same dress. Did I tell you whoever's doing these designs is probably someone who they got from Barbie Fashionista's design team. It's just the same team. The same design team is now doing Monster High or just at least budget dolls. Like, it's the same pattern. It's the same heart-shaped pattern. I'm going crazy. It's to a level, it's to a point where it is a fact. Like, I don't know if it's actually true. I don't know, but just look, the evidence speaks for itself. These two dresses are the same pattern. They're both pink. They both have hearts. Yes, the hearts are a different stylization, but come on. Like, it's like that meme where it's like, okay, you can copy my homework, but just don't make it too obvious that you copied it off of mine. And then it's kind of obvious that, yeah, it is the same thing, just tweaked a little bit. And it's like, instead of the Barbie logo, she has the bats. Girl, it is the same design. It is honestly atrocious. Like, it's borderline atrocious how they're getting away with this. Oh my god. And people love Draculaura. I've seen the comments, people don't care. You know how everyone was kind of like over it, and everyone was like, oh my god, I hate these budget dolls. They're like, ugh, bleh, I hate them. Now everyone who's seen the new pictures are like, oh my god, I love them. Yay, money. Spend the money, Mattel, I'll give you my money. Oh girl, it's ridiculous. Mattel, please, I'm asking you nicely, please just do better, because it doesn't take too much effort. I understand these are economy level budget dolls, but like, you can still make it interesting. You can still try to make an effort. And if you thought it wasn't, obvious when you don't make an effort, it is kind of obvious, because it's just, we can see it. We have eyes. Literally, you just reused a pattern from a Barbie Fashionista's doll on Draculaura here. It's so funny. It's nuts. It's so funny. It's sad, and it's so sad. It's funny. So yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, I hope they do better, and because I have hope for G3. We all do. We all wanted to succeed and to do really well, but like, Mattel needs to do better, undeniably. This cannot go on. And the thing is, there's always going to be a group of people who will always, encourage Mattel and keep demanding more dolls from Mattel, whatever. Doesn't matter how they look like, because doesn't matter. There's always a group of people, stans, who love whatever a brand does, a company does, but we know better. Okay, we need to take these rose-tinted goggles off. We need to take the nostalgia goggles off and realize that, girl, Monster High Gen 3 just started, and already it's kind of like going down in flames. And it sucks, and it's sad. We don't want that to happen. We want it to succeed. But like, Mattel is really not helping out here. They need to do better. And to answer the question of whether it's cheap, budget, or just cheap, we have a comparison here between all the budget dolls from each generation, thanks to @girlies and ghouls on Instagram. So one thing I will say is that thank God for articulation. These might be even cheaper than the first wave of budget dolls, but at least they kept the articulation. So like, yes, that is definitely a win. And they do have some painted details on the shoes, and other than that, they just have one accessory, a headband, earrings, necklace, whatever it will be. So, it's not looking too bad. G2 had no articulation. Even to some extent, they had painted on bodices. So that was definitely not good. And then G1, there were a couple of budget dolls that did have articulation, but most of them just had knee articulation and no wrist or elbow articulation, and they all just had some kind of dress. And yeah, so it's not like G1 wasn't also kind of like culpable for using the same tactic of a simple dress and no articulation and just simple shoes. Like, definitely not. G1 also did that to some extent or at one point. So G3 is not any better or any worse than G1, you know, in that way, in that sense. So I will give him props. You know, there's articulation and there's a level of, you know, pay the details, even if it's just a little bit. And you know, at least there's some accessories here, because G1 and G2 didn't have accessories. So you know what? These dolls are not too bad. Again, just depends on the price point. And while they're not bad, the design is undeniably lazy and cheap. So I just hope they do better. That's all. I feel like to some extent Mattel is really relying heavily on nostalgia from Monster High fans, and it's starting to show a lot. But anyways, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer for any longer. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Maybe it was funny. I hope, I don't know, just like, I want to know what you think of all of this. Do you? And please be honest. Like, I don't want y'all just to be like, yeah, it's cute, I love her, like, yes, I want to buy him. Like, no. Okay, you like him, yes, but I also want to hear your honest opinions, like, about the dolls and what you would have liked to see them do better for a price point. And yes, even if they are economy or budget dolls, they can still do better. Trust me, it's just they don't want to. They're choosing not to. So I want to know what your honest opinions are down below. It's a safe space, okay? Just be honest with me, please. I don't want to be the only one here who thinks maybe they're underwhelming. That's the word. They feel underwhelming. I'm heavily underwhelmed right now. Can you tell? Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this, coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.